Archie. Hi, buddy. Pardon me, don't mean to intervene here, but I understand it's a pretty exciting day for you. Your buddy and longtime line mate of many years is now a member of the team and maybe a member of your line. Are you real excited?
Yeah, very excited, you know. I don't know right now for sure we play the same line, but you know, I'm happy. You know.
So you're really happy?
Yeah, I'm really happy because, you know, with my buddy here, you, this team, you know, I'm very excited about it.
If you're real excited, I want you to do me a favor. Can you do me a favor?
Maybe.
Okay. Take this mic in this hand.
Okay.
You go interview our new teammate.
Okay. Okay. So, hi guys, this is Igor Korolov, and nice to meet you. How do you like Winnipeg? How do you like this team? How do you like this guy, you know? Just too much working.
It's Winnipeg great time. It's my I like Winnipeg. I like it in winter time. Включи на камеру. Камеру не включил, ставь снимаю.
You working, baby?
Камера.
Molson Special Dry presents the Jets This Week. Coming up, can this be the team?
We believe the other defensemen are capable of doing it if they play within their limitations and keep it simple.
I'm not trying to go out there and try to carry the club and myself. I think the biggest thing for me is just make sure that I'm ready to play and try to play at a consistently high level game in and game out.
The traveling man, Randy Gillen.
You know, last year not making the playoffs is a huge disappointment, and, you know, I've played on expansion teams that haven't done very well. So, you know, I've had a chance to see both sides of it, but I've been very fortunate to play in great cities, Los Angeles, New York, Pittsburgh, Miami, Tampa Bay, and now a chance to come home and play in Winnipeg and hopefully finish out my career. So I think I've been very fortunate.
And Sheldon Kennedy and Dallas Drake in the shootout. The Jets This Week, brought to you by Chrysler Canada and your local Chrysler dealers. The Winnipeg Free Press, ahead of the game. KFC, for a complete meal, we go the distance. MTS Yellow Pages, when you need us, we'll always be there. And Molson Special Dry, the evolution of beer. The Week in Review, brought to you by KFC. For a complete meal, we go the distance. Calgary and Winnipeg last night on the power play. Theron Fleury off the backboard and in. Flames lead this one 1-0. Then I feel like tying one on. Tie Domi to Dallas Drake, and we are knotted at one apiece. From there, it's Ty Domi and Sandy McCarthy, part 1. Ty Domi, Sandy McCarthy, part 2. Yes, that was the final chapter. Mike Eagles, Ronnie Stern, they were throwing so many lefts, they would have been begging for some right hands as the two got heavily involved. Then on the power play, it's Fleury again, the one-timer. Flames lead 2-1 after 2. Third period, Thomas Steen to Dallas Drake, and we are knotted up at 2 apiece. Calgary again retakes the lead until Keith Tkachuk rips one by Trevor Kidd. We are knotted at 3 in overtime. Best chance, Kris King wouldn't go. Game finished, tied at 3.
You know, it's 2 great passes. You know, I just basically had to shoot the puck and hope they went in. The first goal, Ty made a great pass, and Thomas did on the second goal. So, you know, it wasn't very much hard work to do that.
It was the best feeling scoring that goal. Just say, you know, it was unbelievable, and you know, I mean, that was a big point for us, even though we wanted to win. But we'll take that right now.
The Sports Page, brought to you by the Winnipeg Free Press, ahead of the game.
What's the deal with the Winnipeg Jets? It's a question many of us spent a great deal of time examining until we were so rudely interrupted last September. Now that Gary Bettman and Bob Goodnow have redone the NHL traffic rules and decided the league should still be a two-way street, we can get to the matter that really matters in Winnipeg. The good news for the Jets is that they can't possibly be as bad as they were last season when they lost 51 games. This NHL season is only 48 games long, so by some fans' math, the team is already 3-0. Cheap jokes aside, the Jets have made some substantial changes on their team and in some key areas. They have made basically a 50% change to their starting defense if you go back and include the trade for Dave Manson. The second worst defensive team in the NHL last season will not so easily be pushed around or brushed aside, but the unanswered question about the new blend is a big one. Can they pass the puck smartly and quickly enough to offer any help to what's widely considered to be a pretty good group of forwards?
Players like Teppo and Dave for sure have the ability to move the puck, and we believe the other defensemen are capable of doing it if they play within their limitations and keep it simple. So they should be able to. It's one thing to do it under not much pressure, one thing to do under a lot of pressure. So the question remains to be answered, but we're confident in them.
With skilled forwards and an able defense, the Jets have a chance. But while it might be somewhat unfair to focus all the pressure on one man, that's just the way it's going to have to be in this shortened season. Tim Cheveldae had better get used to being under the microscope in the Jets' net, because he's going to be the key to making this team fly out of the crash heap that was last season. Cheveldae is used to having people watch his every move, having been a nightly focus during his days in Detroit.
I think just being a goalie, it doesn't matter on any club. There's always pressure. You know, comes with the job, and I think you got one of the realization is that you probably have the capability of winning or losing games. There's very few players in the league who have that capabilities, but I'm not trying to go out there and try to carry the club and myself. I think the biggest thing for me is just make sure that I'm ready to play and try to play at a consistently high-level game in and game out.
Since you can't predict injuries, we've got to assume that the Jets aren't going to have the trouble at center that they almost sound like they're expecting. There are two issues on this team. Can the defense be improved enough to make the difference between winning and losing? And is Tim Cheveldae ready for the big challenge? For the Winnipeg Free Press Sports page, I'm Tim Campbell.
This current member of the Winnipeg Jets would dress up in full hockey equipment, including skates, on Saturday nights just to sing "O Canada" during the Hockey Night in Canada telecast. Then his parents would send him off to bed. Who is he? Coming up, just a traveling man.
We're going to go in here and look for Coach Terry Simpson. He's back after a stint with the Flyers. We're going to see what he's got to say to us today. Oh, he's in a coach's strategy meeting.
We can? Why not? It just makes that much more.
Hey, Simpson, how you doing?
Good. What's going on here?
I'm here, and we'd like to talk to you a little bit about your return to Winnipeg. And obviously, we talked to Bill a lot, and people still don't know what Bill's saying. But we're here to we're understanding that that you're part owner. I'm sure a lot of fans in Winnipeg don't know that you're part owner of the 10 and 40 Red Deer Rejects. Is that true? Would you like to elaborate on that?
Yeah, we're in a rebuilding program. You know, have you heard of those rebuilding programs?
I've never really been involved in one, told myself, but
what was the Winnipeg Jets record last year? How many points did they have? What was that called?
Well, you're getting away from the topic here.
Or a rebuilding year?
The thing here is we're talking about you, To, and your investments, and obviously maybe we better talk to somebody about investing in a team that may win some games this year.
That's right. I think you should.
But really, the fans are happy to have you back, and are you happy to be back?
Yeah, I really am.
Good.
Yeah.
He's a man for words, folks, right there.
Thanks a lot.